Okay, so I just wanted to sit down and be on camera and talk about what's been going on with my life lately. I have a lot to get off my chest, so here we go. Ever since I graduated from Landmark College in Vermont and moved to Denver, Colorado in December, things have been pretty different, and things haven't been. I can't say things are a lot easier, because some of these things are much more easy, some of these things are much more difficult now. So let's just say a lot has changed. I have been unemployed for the past 5 months, but my mom is helping me with rent by sending me the money to pay once a month. So I'm really appreciative that I'm getting that financial support from her. Back in the day, I remember saying how worried I was about going homeless, but my mom told me that it's not going to happen to me, because I'm going to have her support no matter what. So, Mom, if you're watching this, I want to say thank you for all you do. So, I'm 24 years old now, as of today, and I'm coming to Denver was one of the most courageous things I ever did my entire life. I made a lot of sacrifices, before I moved here, and before we my family agreed to send me here. My mom was like, "Are you sure this is what you want? You don't really know anybody here." And I was like, "Yes, this is what I want." And yeah, I got what I wished for. So the reason I moved to Denver is because, well, with Colorado, I wanted to be more closer to the middle of the country, basically, and have the mountains nearby, so that I'm not too far from any of the other states. Like my mom and stepdad, they moved to Honolulu, Hawaii, which I was kind of against that because it's really, really, really far from the mainland, really far. That I personally would not want to live there. But I wanted to relocate to the West because it's been a dream of mine for a long time. Even though I wasn't sure about living in another time zone back then, I figured that it doesn't really mean anything to me, so I actually like it though. So yeah, I came to Denver, made a lot of sacrifices. I didn't know anybody there, no friends or no family, except for my dad's cousin Nicole, who lives in Golden, whom I get to see every now and then. So every once in a while, and it's nice. I'm doing a support service called ILE, which stands for Independent Living Experience. It's a sister company to CLE, which stands for College Living Experience. It's basically for young adults with autism who need help, who to learn how to live in the city on their own and stuff. Paying rent, going to college. That's what CLE is about. ILE is basically a step above that. It's for those who've lived in an independent setting before, need help getting jobs and everything, making friends and such. So yeah, last year in March, I searched for stuff that would help me, like group homes or whatever in Denver, and it turned out I found a perfect match, and it couldn't have been any better. So I'm so relieved that I'm finally here. I do miss being at Landmark College in Vermont, though, because most of my friends are still there, but unfortunately I had to leave Vermont and move to Colorado for my mental health. I get seasonally depressed in the wintertime when it's too dark and everything. I don't mind the cold, but I hate the darkness. I moved to Denver because I wanted more sunlight, and I was sick of all the humidity in the summertime in the east, which is like I went to college in Vermont. I grew up in Georgia, and to me, it's just not enough snow, and I hated being where it was too hot. I did I did programming in Florida for 2 years. I didn't really like it because I felt like I wasn't trusted and everything. I felt like I wasn't allowed to make my own decisions when I should have been. I just didn't feel at home at that place. But even though it helped me in the long run, it just 2 years was just enough for me. So I'm I'm just glad I left when I did. So, but being in Colorado, I'm in a much better headspace now that I'm not feeling that seasonally depressed that much anymore. I just love being in the middle of the country where I have access to like all different sorts of outdoor recreation. Like back at my college, I had access to that. Um, they had like a zip line in the backwoods and a high ropes course. I really loved doing a zip line at Landmark College in Vermont. Every chance I was able to do it. I really do miss doing it, especially with my best friends. But I'm just really glad I found stuff like this. Like, I'm 24 years old now, and my birthday was 2 weeks ago. And I went ziplining in Idaho Springs, which is 30 miles west of Denver. I did that for my birthday. It was really fun. I would definitely do it again. Um, so yeah. In terms of graduation from Landmark College, sorry to change the subject. December 14th, 2024 was the most bittersweet day of my entire life. Like, saying goodbye to my best friend was far from easy. It was not easy at all. Like, the moment I was getting ready to, like, leave, like, turn my head away, like, go the other direction, I started crying because, man, it hurt. It hurt really bad. But, I'm hoping that someday he'll come out here and, move to Denver and do the same thing that I'm doing today. Um, I love him so much. I love him like he's my brother. Like I just love him like a brother, and I couldn't have asked for for a better best friend at that campus. I really couldn't have. So next year I'm hoping to like get a double room maybe. Even though being in college, I was better off without a roommate than with one, so I was always given a single room, even though I wasn't opposed to having a roommate. But not having a roommate turned out to be better for me, so. But yeah, I do want a roommate, but more like where we get our own room, so. That's like the kind of roommate situation I'd rather have, is we each get our own room rather than have different beds in the same room. So I don't know when I'll be able to do it, but like I said, I hope that maybe next year my mom will let me get a double room. I definitely want to stay at the apartment because I really love it here. I just love being in downtown, where from my window I can see the Colorado State Capitol and like the like county Denver City and County Courthouse, which lights up at night sometimes. And I love how at sunrise sometimes I can see the silhouette of the Colorado State Capitol. Like, it's breathtaking, absolutely beautiful to look at. Okay, so moving on to my personal life and more, I've been struggling with my identity lately. Like, I've been trying to decide between gay and straight, like, and bisexual. Like, when I came out as gay, I felt good, but I'm really second guessing myself a lot about that. Like, I want to have kids and everything, like biological kids, for real. But yeah, in my personal life, like, I really enjoy like wearing these like swim briefs or like speedos as people call them, because I like the little tight feel it has around my waist and everything. I love it. My mom and stepdad don't really support that. I mean, they support the LGBT community, but they don't like me in Speedos, and I've had my fair share of arguments with them, and I just don't like how they criticize me over stupid stuff, like my feelings and everything, like my right to be angry when things go wrong, and I just wish that they'd respect me more about that instead of judging me. Like, when I asked people if they were on my side, and everybody pretty much said, yes, you can do whatever you want. Yes, you have every right to be angry. That sort of stuff. I mean, I might be young. I might not really be an authority yet, but I'm just not going to tolerate that kind of stuff in my life. Period. Like, it's oftentimes when I'm like, I like talk to different people. Like, I feel like sometimes I can trust my friends a bit more than like people in my family because of the hell I've been getting, and it's just not fair at all. But no matter what, I'm proud of myself for being able to fight for my rights, I stand my ground and everything, and do what I feel makes me happy, because the only person who can make me happy is myself, and that's it. And there's another thing I wanted to talk about. It's a little complicated. So I'm gonna really breathe through this. So get ready. So a lot of times my jitters have been catching up with me and stuff lately. For I don't know why, I just get all jittery and stuff. But at times grocery shopping can be a bit of a struggle for me. I haven't been able to see this thing at King Soopers, but at Target I've seen, it's called Caroline's Cart, which is a special needs grocery cart for special needs individuals. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, it has a 5-point harness, and I use that to relieve stress whenever I get really bad anxiety, especially in public. I haven't seen them at King Soopers at all, and it's really frustrating for me. But sometimes I can cope through that. So I know it sounds weird, me being in a 5-point harness at 24 years old, but I want to feel safe and secure and able to have that support. It's usually Target I go to for that stuff. I have the employees, usually I have them buckle me into the 5-point harness and tighten the harness for me, and everything, because so the 5-point harness is a stress reliever for me, because I like the tightness of it on my body. It makes me feel very safe and secure. It's like those car seats we were in when we were little kids, but for adults, and everything. It goes up to 250 pounds, and I'm just really glad that I'm able to do it. Sometimes I get nervous asking for help with that, because other stores have told me that they couldn't do it for me, which is really frustrating. None of the ones, when I went to college in Vermont, the Hannafords I went to, they refused to do it for me, and that's really frustrating. The one at the Target in New Hampshire that I went to did it for me, but at one point they were they stopped doing it for me. They couldn't do it anymore. So I relied on my friends, and for all my friends who did it, I just can't thank them enough for helping me out when I needed it. So, yeah. And I know it sounds, like I said, I know it sounds weird that I still ride in the 5-point harness at 24 years old, but being autistic, I'm proud of myself for, being tenacious, advocating for my needs, and it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of my strength. Lastly, if you'll notice, I've developed a bit of an accent lately, and I really love it. And so yeah, that's pretty much everything I can say for now. I've reached the 15-minute limit, so thank you all for watching. God bless you all, and good night.